Powerful explosion at fireworks warehouse in California. Homes destroyed, fire out of control. California is on fire again. On July 1, 2025, there was a massive explosion at a fireworks warehouse in Yolo County. This day will go down in history as a true nightmare. The explosion was so violent that 2 residences were destroyed almost instantly. The detonation caused a massive fire that covered an area of more than 30 hectares. The flames spread so quickly that authorities immediately ordered an evacuation. Fortunately, casualties were avoided, but locals are shocked. According to witnesses, the shockwave was felt at a distance of more than a kilometer. The causes of the explosion are still unknown. An investigation is underway. While California fights the fire, an equally catastrophic disaster is unfolding in Turkey. Massive forest fires have broken out in Hatay province in the south of the country. The intense heat and gusty winds have turned the green hills into a blazing inferno. The neighborhoods of the city of Antakya suffered the most. There, the fire came close to residential neighborhoods. As a matter of urgency, the authorities began evacuation. More than 50,000 people were taken out of the danger zone. Locals described what was happening as an apocalypse. Many left their homes with one backpack, abandoning everything gained over the years. Fire departments are working around the clock, but the spread of the fire is extremely difficult to control. Today is another day of anxiety and hope for salvation. India is shocked by the tragedy. There was a terrible explosion at a chemical plant. The accident happened during working hours. That's why there were many people inside the workshops at the time of the explosion. At least 32 people died. Dozens more are listed as blocked under the rubble. Eyewitnesses report that they first heard a pop, then a deafening explosion, after which the building was engulfed in flames. Rescue services arrived quickly, but due to the nature of the facility, dangerous chemicals were stored inside. Access to the hearse was extremely difficult. Several firefighters received burns despite protective suits. According to the preliminary version, the cause of the tragedy could have been a gas leak or a violation of the technological process. South Dakota is in the epicenter of a powerful storm. A giant tornado, accompanied by hail, has passed over the region. The disaster damaged everything in its path. Local residents are in a panic. Many have never seen anything like it. Meteorologists warn that this is not the end. New thunderstorm fronts are coming, and repeated tornadoes are possible. It is especially alarming that such phenomena are becoming more and more frequent. In the last 2 months alone, a record number of tornadoes have been recorded in the United States. The climate is clearly changing, and it is frightening. China is again suffering from the elements. Powerful heavy rains hit the central provinces of Hainan, Hubei, and Guizhou. In Shisha, Henan province, 228 millimeters of rain fell in just 3 hours. This is almost a month's norm. The result was flooding and several landslides. One of the most tragic episodes was an accident at a construction site. 8 workers were literally washed away by the torrents of water. Their bodies were later discovered by rescuers. It happened so quickly that people didn't have a chance. The overall statistics are still being specified, but it is already known. Tens of thousands of residents have been evacuated. Many have lost their homes. People have not yet recovered from the blow of the water element, as this afternoon a powerful and destructive tornado struck Sangzhou in Hebei province. Mud flow in Austria. Houses and roads are under a layer of mud. After heavy rains, a mud flow came down from the mountains. Clay mass mixed with stones and water rushed into the valley, covering streets, houses, and plots in a matter of minutes. Dozens of structures were damaged. Cars were covered in mud, and roads were completely impassable. People ran out of their homes in panic, losing all their belongings. Support our channel, subscribe now, and we continue to tell you about the loudest disasters from around the world. The north of Italy is again experiencing a disaster. In Antakya, Piedmont region, on June 30, after a heavy downpour, the Frejus Brook went out of its banks. Streams of water rushed into the town, flooded the streets, and partially destroyed the roads. An elderly man died. Local residents note that this is not the first case. A similar tragedy occurred in the same place last August. Spain is suffering from heat waves and dry spells. Massive forest fires broke out in Catalonia. In a short time, the fire has covered almost 2,000 hectares of forests and bushes. Firefighters are working around the clock, but the spread of the flames is extremely difficult to stop because of the wind. Temperatures in some areas have reached 42 degrees Celsius. Colombia, another victim of a weather anomaly. Torrential rains flooded streets, destroyed asphalt pavement, washed away parked cars, swamped homes and stores. Local authorities have declared a red alert level. Part of the city is de-energized. Schools and offices are closed.
Villaje como está ahorita acá.
Acá donde está la bomba no está tan inundado, weón. Pero la verdad es que usted mira para la carretera, mira cómo está la carretera, weón.
Vale.
¿Qué?
Ecuador. Heavy rains caused the level of the Zamora River to rise sharply. As a result, the Penguins Bridge in the district of La Hueca collapsed. It was the main transportation hub connecting remote villages to the district center. The area is now completely isolated.
Se lo llevó. Ya. No aguanto más. Se fue el puente. Ahí está.
The elements are no longer spared. They come suddenly, destroy homes, destroy lives. Every day we see how the world is changing. In order not to miss anything important, subscribe to our channel right now.